This is ACIM Lesson 30. Welcome to the Explainer. You know, if you've ever felt like the way you look at the world is missing something fundamental, well, you are in exactly the right place today. We're going to explore a profoundly different way to perceive literally everything around us, using entirely the specific concepts laid out right here in this text.
The entire foundation of what we are covering today rests on this one precise statement. God is in everything I see because God is in my mind. I really want you to let that sink in for a second. Notice how the text doesn't say that God is in the objects themselves independently. It links what you see directly to what is in your mind. The mind is absolutely the starting point.
So, think about that for a moment. What if the world you see is just a mirror of your own mind? Actually, do this with me. I want to invite you to literally look around the room you are sitting in right now. Look at the walls, maybe the furniture, the light coming through the window. We typically think of all of that stuff as existing totally separate from us, right? But as you'll see, this text is about to introduce a massive paradigm shift in how we relate to our environment.
Okay, let's dive into this. Section 1, ACIM Lesson 30.
The source material actually calls today's idea a springboard for vision. And that is a super powerful metaphor. I mean, a springboard doesn't just sit there. It launches you into something entirely new. The text promises that from this single idea, the world will literally open up before you. You'll look upon it and see things you have never seen before. And even more fascinating, it says that what you saw before won't be even faintly visible to you anymore. It's not about adjusting your physical eyesight, it's about fundamentally changing your perception so entirely that the old ways of seeing just kind of fade away.
Section 2, a new kind of projection. To truly understand this new vision, we first have to understand how we currently project our thoughts.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how it completely flips the traditional psychological concept of projection entirely on its head. The text explicitly states that normally, we attempt to get rid of what we do not like by seeing it outside of ourselves. That's the old projection, pushing things away, keeping them apart, essentially creating separation. But this lesson introduces a totally new method. Instead of pushing away, we are trying to see in the world what is already in our minds, and specifically what we want to recognize is there. The text says that by doing this, we are actually trying to join with what we see rather than keeping it apart from us. That joining, that complete removal of separation, is the fundamental difference between true vision and the way you currently see things.
Section 3, redefining real vision. Let's look at what real vision actually means according to the source material. So the text redefines sight entirely. It states really clearly that real vision is not limited to physical concepts like near and far. It is completely unlimited by space and distance. And why is that? Well, because, as the source insists, real vision does not depend on the body's eyes at all. No, the mind is its only source. Think about it. When we rely on our physical eyes, we are bound by distance, by walls, by horizons. But when the mind is the true source of our vision, those physical barriers simply do not apply. So the crucial point is, Section 4, your daily practice guide. Here is how we practically apply these concepts to your actual day.
Let's walk through these specific steps right now, and I highly encourage you to actively try this as you watch the explainer. Step 1. Simply look about you and repeat the idea slowly. Realize it applies to everything you see. Step 2. Push those boundaries a bit. The text asks you to apply the idea to things beyond your present range of sight. Remember, real vision isn't limited by near or far. And finally, step 3, devote practice periods to closing your eyes entirely. Look within, using whatever subjects come to mind. Because the mind is the source, the text says today's idea applies equally to both what is physically right in front of you and what is inside your mind.
Section 5, the final takeaway. We are going to wrap all these concepts up into a clear, actionable summary.
Everything we've discussed today brings us right back to this one core truth. God is in everything I see because God is in my mind. When you join with the world rather than separating from it, and when you recognize that your mind is the ultimate source of your vision, well, this statement stops being just a quote on a screen and starts becoming a truly lived experience.
And this brilliantly illustrates exactly how you need to practice this. According to the text, your daily commitment has a very specific structure. The frequency? Apply it as often as possible throughout the day. Seriously, whenever you have a moment or so, just do it. The duration is incredibly short, just a moment each time to repeat it slowly. And the method requires a bit of versatility. Practice with your eyes open, looking outward at your surroundings, and also practice with your eyes closed, looking inward at your thoughts.
It applies equally to both. I want to leave you with this final, provocative thought. What will you see when you finally look with your mind instead of just your eyes? It's a real game changer. If you found this breakdown helpful in understanding today's lesson, please make sure to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our future explainers. Keep practicing, keep looking within, and we'll see you next time.